Salutations friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review of one of the fragrances from the Chanel Les Exclusifs line, and it's going to be Gardenia from Chanel Les Exclusifs. There we go. It's going to be the Eau de Toilette formulation. So if you guys want to know what I think about this fragrance, then keep watching. Scatterbrain today, I'm sorry. So yeah, today we're going to be talking about another Les Exclusifs from Chanel, and again it's going to be the Eau de Toilette formulation. Now, as you guys know, they've phased out the Eau de Toilettes and now it's the Eau de Parfums, and I am working on an entire video about my feelings on that, so do stay tuned for that. But you probably can understand that it'll probably be a ranty video. I love the Eau de Toilette formulations of them, and I didn't buy them because I figured I could always get them, and then when they phased them out I was like, oh no! So I'm trying to track down all of the Eau de Toilettes that I want, and I am seeing if there's any of the Eau de Parfums that I think are passable, if in case I can't track down the Eau de Toilette version. So I'm working on comparisons, reviewings, things like that. But Gardenia was one of them where I really appreciated the Eau de Toilette formulation over the Eau de Parfum. So let's talk about the notes in this beauty, shall we? The top notes are going to be orange blossom, and it's got some green grassy notes in there. The middle notes, you've got fruity notes, you've got tuberose, you've got jasmine, and you've got gardenia. And then the base notes are sandalwood, patchouli, musks, vetiver, and you also have a little bit of vanilla in there as well. Now, if you guys don't know much about gardenia, gardenia is one of those tricky little flowers that has a very potent, powerful smell, but it is impossible to get the smell when you're making a fragrance. So they use a lot of other white florals to mimic the fragrance of gardenia. That's why some gardenia fragrances all smell the same. That's why some gardenia fragrances don't smell like gardenia, they just smell like a white floral. When I look for gardenia, because, and I've talked about this before in other videos, growing up there were two flower bushes, one in the front yard, one in the backyard, that really just kind of bring back happy memories. By my window when I would go to sleep there was a night blooming jasmine bush, and I just remember smelling that, going to sleep, and loving that. And in our front yard off to the side was a big gardenia bush, and then I just remember smelling that in the mornings. So gardenia is something that's very special to me. It definitely takes me back to my childhood. So I like to smell fragrances that are very clearly gardenia, or very they're not a mishmash of white florals. Now, I don't mind mishmashy white floral fragrances. I don't mind a bouquet or a banquet of white floral fragrances. But when I'm looking for a gardenia fragrances or a gardenia fragrance, I'm looking for something that specifically reminds me of gardenia, and I like the idea of it being a gardenia bush. Something that really makes my heart sing about this fragrance is because there's a crispness to this, and there's a little slight bitterness to it, and that's from the green notes and the vetiver and the little bit of the patchouli, but there's also just a little bit of a woodsy-esque note to this as well that doesn't make it so sweet and so overtly running away as a crazy white floral bouquet fragrance. And I do love the sandalwood in this as well. I think that the orange blossom and the jasmine work really well to make this a little bit sweet, and the tuberose gives it a little bit of depth, as well as, again, the fruity notes and the green notes. I think this is a beautiful melody of a fragrance. I really love the way that this plays on the skin, and I love the clarity that the Eau de Toilette version has over the Eau de Parfum. Before I get into the differences between the Eau de Toilette and the Eau de Parfum, I do kind of want to talk to you guys about the performance and the sillage. The performance on this is pretty nice. I get about 4 to 6 hours, which is pretty good for white florals, and I do think that because of the vetiver and because of the patchouli and the musk in this, it does last a little bit longer on my skin in my climate, which is really, really nice. I don't know, this fragrance drives me wild. And the sillage in this is really nice. It's sometimes white florals can be so loud and scream in such a way that people just like run for the hills. This isn't one of them. This actually does have a little past arm's length sillage, which is really, really nice, but it's not oppressive. It's not stinging the nose, clogging your throat, making you cough. This is very pleasant to be around, and again, I think that's the beautiful balance between the white florals and the musk and the vetiver and the green notes and the woody notes. It's just everything is playing really well together, and it's singing a really beautiful song. It projects really well for what I would want, and it performs within the window of time that I would hope fragrances would perform. But I really quickly want to let you guys know the differences in what I think of the Eau de Parfum versus the Eau de Toilette. Now, the Eau de Parfum is really nice, and I do actually really enjoy that fragrance. It's not bad. It's a really beautiful white floral fragrance. It's a little bit more honeyed, a little bit thicker, and a little bit less crisp and green. Just a little bit, just a touch. But it's that crispness and that greenness and that slight woodiness that really takes me back to the actual gardenia bush in the front of my yard. I love it when fragrances mimic memories, but in no way do they lose the integrity that they are a fragrance. I love the idea of being taken back and being reminded of things in a very positive, new, reformulated way. So when I smell a fragrance that reminds me of a place I've been or a smell I used to smell, without it being identical to that smell, I think it's really awesome. It's a beautiful interpretation. To me, this is a gardenia bush. To me, this is you're walking past a gardenia bush, the flowers are open, they're a little bit overtly ripe. Idole, I believe is how you pronounce it, and if I am incorrect with that, I'm sorry. A little bit brown, so you got that sweetness, and again, that's from the tuberose and the jasmine and the orange blossom, but then you've got the bitterness of the green leaves, and a little bit of the woodiness around it as well. So overall, this really plays nicely together, but in no way is it not a white floral fragrance. First and foremost, it's a white floral, and I love that too. It's not overtly woody, it's not overtly green, and nothing is an equal balance, but everything works together to elevate the white floral, to elevate that gardenia, and just remind you that it's a beautiful flower, it's a beautiful floral, and this is a beautiful tribute to just those types of fragrances and that smell in general. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, guys, if you like my fragrance reviews, if you like my reviews of the Chanel Exclusifs line, remember to give this video a thumbs up. It lets me know to continue doing videos like this, and also don't forget to subscribe. And because it's free, and I'm free, and I put out new videos every Monday through Friday, and sometimes on the weekends as well, so always have something for you to watch. In any case, I hope you guys are all happy and healthy and have a great day, month, year, whatever. And I'll see you next time. Bye!